Hey, Shannon Franklin with CrossFit Survival, here with co-owner and co-head coach Eric Boyd. We're going to talk about this week's exercises and lead you through all of them so you'll know how to do them.
Follow us real quick.
Okay.
We're going to start off with dead bug variation. So I'm going to have Shannon here lay back. Let's show what a dead bug is first. So she's going to go ahead and get up in a dead bug position. The first and most important thing with the dead bug is that we're bracing our abs out. A lot of people have this tendency to want to try to suck in their abs. We're not doing that. We're focusing on lower abs tight. She's going to breathe into my hands right here and expand. I tell people to make yourself look fatter, right? We're going to go ahead and bend the knees. This is a dead bug, okay? So we're holding that nice and tight, and we can also flatten our back to the floor. Now, the variation we're going to do involves a weight. She's going to hold it in both hands, and what she's going to do is she's going to go off to one side while she takes the opposite leg. So she's going off to the right side, she's going to take her right leg, I'm sorry, she's going off to the left side, she's going to take her right leg and extend it out while keeping her back nice and flat to the floor. Basically getting into a pseudo hollow position, coming back to the middle. Then she's going to do the opposite side. We're going to alternate. Okay? So I believe we have 10 reps in the programming. This time around we'll do 10 on each side. Cool. So that is exercise number 1. Number 2, scapular push-ups. This is all about, whenever we're talking about upper back exercises, we're talking about mobility at the scapula, thoracic spine extension, all these different good things. We're trying to get as much mobility at the shoulder blades as possible. She's going to start in a nice push-up plank position. She's going to go ahead and go down first. We're going to go to tempo of 4 seconds down, 4 seconds back up. And her goal is to pinch the lower portion of the scapula together and pull it down her back. So we're trying to get retraction, depression. 4 seconds down, 4 seconds up. Just gonna relax. That's the next thing that we're doing. After that, we're gonna do a T-spine, roll out and stretch here. So we're gonna go ahead and lay back on T-spine, refers to thoracic, just the upper back to the middle back. We're not going into the lower or lumbar spine. Okay? So we're staying up in the upper back. So you're gonna lay across this foam roller. So you're gonna start off by just kind of rolling up and down, getting any kind of junk out of there. Just like so. We're going to spend some time letting that spine extend. Again, stick with just the upper portion of the back. She's going to reach above head. She's going to slowly lower her butt to the floor. She's going to try to keep her rib cage down to the pelvic floor the whole time. And just let that upper back open up. Okay? After that, we're going to come back up. She's going to go ahead and do next thing, wall angels. So this is a movement that we use to prep that extension. We got the opening of the shoulder blades, the movement of the scapula, and we got that extension. Now we're going to do something to really open those up and get a lot of, I love the wall angels for the purpose of both strengthening and mobilizing the scapula just a little bit further. We're going to flatten that back to the wall. She's going to have no spaces where I can get my hands behind her. She's going to try to get her shoulders back, her back, her head, all back to the wall. She's going to start off at about a 90-degree angle. We're going to touch knuckles, elbows to the wall. She's going to reach on overhead. Keeping that back nice and flat the whole time. I can't get my hand back here. Going right back down. Okay, I'm trying to reach up higher and higher as we go. Trying to straighten those elbows out at the top if you can. Cool. Next exercise. This is a glute exercise we're going to call the bowler squat. This is actually a variation. If you guys ever watch Eric Presley's stuff, he talks about bowler squats. He does them a little bit differently than you do. I like to have the foot that's not being used anchored on the floor just a bit. So what I have is left leg is firmly on the floor. We got the knee unlocked. Right leg we have bent, and I have the toe still in the floor, but the weight's all on her left leg. She's got her dumbbell in her right pocket. She's going to go ahead and, keeping her back nice and straight, reach across that leg, keeping her hips as straight as she can, and then she's going to come right back up to her pocket. Okay, we're focusing on using the outside of that glute right here. Okay, so those outside hip stabilizer muscles, and right back up. Okay, so we're going to do that on each leg. Then we're going to move on to leg lowering. This is another great exercise for the abs. The dead bug variation we did earlier was an ab exercise, this one as well. This is what I really like because it's going to be like, you can progress this in so many different ways. I like to start with our dead bug position. The next step from here is to extend the legs up, point the toes. We still have the abs nice and tight, back flat to the floor. And you'll notice that she put a towel underneath her on her low back. And this is just going to illustrate that she's not going to let her back come off the floor while I'm pulling as hard as I can to try and get this thing out from under her. She's going to then go ahead and lay her legs down towards the floor. She's going to have her hands up or out to the side, however she wants them. She's going to make sure though she keeps that lower back nice and flat, and I can't pull that towel up, right? So she's nice and controlled with her legs going all the way down to as far as she can without me pulling this out. If she lets go of her abs, it goes right on her, okay? So make sure that doesn't happen, okay? And then the last one, we're going to go over some upper back work, right? So that one last component, upper back, we need the lats, stabilize those scapulae in place. Coming down, right? We talked about protraction, depression. That's what this helps out with. So we're going to do lat pulls with bar. You need a spotter for this one. Just keep with a light barbell, nothing super heavy. The spotter's going to bring that bar out to you. We're going to start with basically our same regular bench grip, or if you guys are doing clean and jerks, this will be your jerk grip. She's going to go ahead and keep her back nice and flat, rib cage tucked down. She's going to bring it down to here. I'm here to spot and stop her from going down far enough to injure herself. There, right back up. Cool.
All right, that's it for this week's exercises. Stay tuned for the next video.